Ladybird is about the human experience of growing up and the bonds and connections we make along the way. The true heart of the story is the relationship between the titular character of Ladybird and her mother Marion. The movie excels in its characterization of its characters and choice a narrative tool of the main character's senior year of high school. I feel the film's main strength is in its character development. The core of the story being told is a mother and a daughter who love each other but have trouble showing that to each other, and that is the building block of this film. The film scholarship review says it best when it says their exchange will often mutate from tears of laughs to indignation within the span of a few minutes. I choose to pull this quote out of the review and expound on it, as this perfectly explains the points in this film. The best being the opening, where they go from being happy they go from being sad after listening to the book to happy just talking to each other to just bickering within the matter of a minute or two as they both talk about Lady Bird's future in college and whether she is good enough. Now, due to Lady Bird and her mother clearly have a good bond with each other, but they also have issues. Now, due to being male, my positionality could affect my viewing of this film. After watching the video, I made sure in my viewing I wouldn't get any bias in the way. But I feel the dialogue throughout is very realistic. All the characters' characterizations make sense given who they are. All the dialogue feel like Julie and Ladybird feel like actual friends. Ladybird and Marion feel like actual mother and daughter talking to one another. How everyone interacts with each other feels realistic. And that being point again, the characterizations make sense given who they are. Ladybird, being a rebellious child in a Catholic school, would hold the view she does on abortion and homosexuality, and do the things that she does, such as her violent outbursts at the anti-abortion rally. Her mother being overbearing at times, but just trying to do everything she can for her children, despite working double shifts and her husband being fired, makes sense. The characters throughout feel real and authentic to how they would be in the real world, given exactly who they are in that situation, and I think that's the film's strong suit. Now, this is a narrative film about Lady Bird's senior year in high school that shows us her rebellious nature and her trying to deal with the impending end of her childhood into adulthood in college. We can see this in the cause and effect nature of the film. She chooses to do one action, and then that action will later have a consequence later in the film, which the film narrative website helps show and describes the process of how a narrative can flow. An example of this, of the cause and effect action, is Lady Bird hiding the fact from her mother that she's on a wait list for a New York college, which she's always wanted to go to. Now, her mother wanted her to go to a local college, and that was like a lot of the fighting throughout the film. However, when her mother finds out, this betrayal leaves them not on speaking terms by the end of the film. Lady Bird goes to college without being on speaking terms with her mother. So, in the end, this is part of the conflict of the film. Her choices throughout also leads characters away from her throughout the film, and then also back later in the film, starting with her best friend Julie being driven away as Lady Bird's desire to be with the cool kids. And then even her new cool friend ditches her after she discovers that she was lying to her about who she is. And in the end, we see Lady Bird getting what she wanted, leaving her hometown and being able to go to New York after reconciling with Julie. But she feels semi-empty. She goes to a party and gets blackout drunk and just kind of realizes, this is the path that led her down, but she doesn't want to be there. She realized that she was leaving the hometown she always loved, but felt that she had to disdain. The narrative throughout shows us how our actions can have consequences, and things can be obvious looking back, but just not in the moment. Another great thing about the narrative, I feel, was the film being an entire year of school, instead of as a 1 to 2 week period of school. The senior year can feel short, and it's moving by fast as life is coming towards you. The choice to make a year pass by is in life that is relatable to a lot of people, and I think that helps the film's story. All in all, I feel Lady Bird was a very good film and was able to touch into the human experience of growth and realizing that sometimes the simple life can be enough. Also, how everything can pass by so fast in life, it can be just nice to enjoy the small moments, like all the times Julie and Lady Bird hung out.